And it just seemed like she wanted to get closer to the other ladies that she was probably afraid of, or I don't know, sucking up to. That's what it always gave
Mhm.
me, like suck up energy. So
Hey everyone, I'm Anna Rumor with Pop Culture, and today we've got with us Real Housewives of Atlanta star Sidora. Welcome. How are you?
I'm so great. How are you? Nice meeting you.
I know, nice to meet you too. Right off the bat, I have to say, I absolutely loved your reunion look. You looked so fabulous in that color and that dress. Oh my God.
Thank you. Shout out to No IG Jeremy and the amazing dress designer, Riley Knox. She is so freaking dope. Like, and let me tell you something. I was determined to get in that dress. So I have been dropping it with Drew. Okay.
Yes.
And she fit in that dress. I was like, one thing I'm gonna do is gonna drop it with myself. And
Yeah.
you know, I felt so good. Like I just had energy, my whole team across the board, tens across the board. I think I tweeted that or put it on my Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt beautiful. So I keep texting them like, thank y'all. But it was
Yeah.
fun. It was a long day.
Yes.
You already know, but it was productive. You know how it is. It was a roller coaster. It was all those things that you can expect, that you would
Yeah.
expect. Yeah.
Do you feel like you came out of it having said everything that you needed to say or heard things that you needed to hear?
Oh yeah, all hearts and minds were clear. I said what I needed to say, put a period on it, a
Mhm.
dot too, and I think I got apologies, from people, and I was certain people, and I was appreciative of that. Certain people, we just not gonna get along, and that's fine too. So it is
Yeah.
what it is. I felt really good. We went out and celebrated afterwards,
Oh,
and
fun.
I enjoyed it. Andy actually enjoyed it too. I could tell Andy was like all in. So
Yes. Yes. You know, when Andy's all in, it's a really good reunion.
right. Okay. So, because sometimes he'd be over us. He'd be like,
Yeah.
listen, but he was fully engaged to the end. It was some exciting things that happened, some new things that came out. It was
Oh,
all over the place, to be honest, but
oh my
it's
gosh. Well, I am super curious where you and Sonia are right now because it's been quite the up and down all season.
you would have to ask her. She's the one that flip flops. So, it's
Hmm.
like, what side of the flip flop is she on today? I don't know. It
Yeah.
literally is so, it's just weird to me. Like the fact that she will apologize and then she'll ask me for advice and then she has an issue with me and then she makes the issue with me, but she can't always articulate. And I think towards the end of the season, even when it came down to her in Kenya, you saw her still unable to effectively communicate or articulate, like, what is the issue, girl? Like, you just want a problem, or do you want a
Yeah.
moment? Which one is it? And I was disappointed because I was the first one to meet her. I met with her off camera before we started filming, and really
Hmm.
we were building a friendship that I thought was genuine. I was like, oh my God, we're both moms, we're both wives, we're both new to Atlanta. And I thought she was gonna be that girl. I really, really, I was like, we about to have fun, we're young. And she just wasn't it. And I was definitely disappointed. So,
Yeah.
win some, you lose some, but I was like, it is what it is. I'm not going to continuously put myself out there to be disrespected, for her to try to feel like she can walk all over me. Like, I feel like because I was so nice to her and we did have a friendship, I think she took that for granted a bit. And it just seemed like she wanted to get closer to the other ladies that she was probably afraid of, or I don't know, sucking up to. That's what it always gave
Hmm.
me, like suck up energy. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
just
mean, it was just tough to watch. You bring her in as a friend and you were so close at first, and then it did really feel genuine until a certain point. Was there a turning point that you could like identify or?
oh, I will and always stay confused.
Yeah.
Because we were literally in New York, in the hotel room. She was getting her makeup done by my makeup artist. We were
Mhm.
laughing,
Oh,
joking,
yeah.
and they caught some of that on camera.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, like, I'm like, okay, see you down there. And then I get down there and she has an issue. And I'm like, we literally could have talked about this 5 minutes ago. Why are you
Right.
waiting until you have an audience? It made no sense. And I just feel like that's not what real girlfriends do when you have real friendship that you're genuine about building. Pull me one on one. Let me know what's up. As she done that, it would have been all good. But
Yeah.
it was bizarre. It will always remain bizarre to me. I think
Yeah.
everybody.
So that appears not to be one of the fences that was mended at at the reunion.
And honestly, I really, you'll have to watch,
Yeah,
but it is what it is. Like, I
yeah.
feel like at some point you have to own it. You have to own your wrongs. I've had to own it. I really have learned that I do talk a lot and I talk over people. Now, I love who I am and I love expressing myself. How I express myself is how I express myself. But in my marriage, my husband was saying, like, I need to stop cutting them off. And then when I got around the girls, they were saying the same thing. So I was like, maybe it can't be everybody lying to me. So I've been in counseling working on that thing and I've owned it. I've
Mhm.
apologized. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna continue to talk and maybe not be perfect. I may still talk over you when I don't feel it's valid. What you're saying isn't valid, but I do recognize things that I've had to own and apologize. And I feel like that's just about growth. And there's nothing, it doesn't make you a bad person. I feel like, Sonia was just not able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are perfect. Owning it is the right way to go. You're totally right.
Seriously, none of us are perfect.
Yep. Well, I know you've had some other kind of tough moments in the season. It was so hard to watch the dinner in Jamaica where Ralph comes out and says that he no longer plans to adopt your son. Where are you now with that? How was that to kind of like watch back on TV?
It was, I mean, as it was happening, it was hard because it was
Mhm.
like, this is our real life. These are things obviously we've been dealing with for a long time. But I have now gotten to the space where the relationship is more important than anything. You can have a piece of paper, but then there be no relationship. So I'm grateful for the relationship they've built. Ralph has been there to teach Josiah everything, like how to bounce a basketball, how to throw a football, how to be a man, different things that I truly can never take away from their relationship. So it's like, I'm appreciative of that. And I hope maybe one day we'll get to that point where he will adopt Josiah, but understanding Ralph's perspective, which took me some time,
Mhm.
but because Josiah's biological father is present and wants to be a part, he is big on allowing and not trying to stand in the way of those, because that's his biological father. And
Right.
I have learned to actually appreciate that, for him not wanting to be so quick to push him out, but really trying to create a bridge for them. And ultimately, if Josiah's biological father doesn't cross that bridge, then my hope is that Ralph will adopt him in the future.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, I'm glad that you two have kind of come to an understanding of that. How has it been with everyone, putting their own opinion in after that scene aired, after you've already dealt with it?
after you deal with my mother's opinion, mommy's gonna always give her opinion. Pastor Jeanette, she always gonna give her opinion. So once you hear and deal with her opinion and advice, I pretty much can deal with everyone else because mom is.
Right.
And, I think a lot of times it does come from what people's experiences are. I've been hearing from people that are in a blended situation and, understand where I'm coming from. And then there's men and women that understand where Ralph is coming from and appreciate him trying to allow the biological parent to come in and keeping that door open. It's nothing negative. It's just a tough thing to navigate. And we're doing the best that we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and Ralph's book, how is that coming along? Have you kind of come up with what you're going to say in the foreword yet, or?
Did I agree to write the foreword? That is hilarious. I actually, he gave me the book.
Mhm.
Um, I have not started to read it yet, but I am.
Okay.
I'm going to read it. And like I said, once I read it and really see what it's about, if I stand behind it, I'm going to stand behind it. I'll be honored to write the foreword. But like,
Mhm.
if I start reading things and it's a Vita and Drew book or just something that I just
Yeah.
don't agree with, I'm not gonna, write the forward. It would be a disservice because I always have to be honest. That's anyone that's getting to know me should know me by now. Like it's not in me to like be fake or fraudulent. Like, I just have to be me or else it's gonna show in my energy. I have to be well and settled and grounded in whatever I believe in. And so if it's not something I stand behind, I'm not gonna stand behind it. And I love you. I hope you have success, but I just don't agree with everything in the book. So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Once I read it, we got to have another conversation and I'll be able to dive more into the contents of it and my feelings on it.
Yeah. Is he like, have you read it yet? Have you read it yet? Or is
Because
he just letting you process it?
He actually sent it to me on the Dropbox, like on the way to reunion. I'm like, I can't read this book right now. Like, I got so much. I'm trying to like hair, makeup, get into this gown and watch these episodes and get prepared. And then we went on a beautiful vacation in Mexico. So I definitely didn't want to read it and possibly get upset while I'm
Right.
in paradise. So I have to like mentally prepare, and then I'm gonna physically prepare myself and read it. And so I would love to share honestly, my thoughts once I read it. I believe it's probably going to be something amazing. He's so passionate about it, and I'm going into it open-minded. The book cover is beautiful, like it's amazing. And I'm open. So we'll see.
That's good. Well, and speaking of physically ready, how are you? Are you fully recovered from your injury? Are you glad that your injury kind of kept you away from that last dinner?
Right. I was like, oh, this is what happened, because I was watching it with everybody else. I heard about it. Candy, I came to my room and told me about what had happened. But still in my mind, I was like, I can't imagine. Like, what? So watching it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there. I'm so happy. But I am all healed. That was like devastating for me because you guys met me in a boot. And then y'all saw me go down and end up in another boot. I was like, this cannot, like, you can't make this stuff up. So, but this is my reality. And you guys were right there with me the whole time. I'm still in physical therapy, but I just got cleared to start my workouts back. So I've been working out and back on Drop It with Drew and losing weight, feeling great. And I'm excited. I'm excited to just reach my own personal health goals for myself, because again, my journey is my journey because of my health issues and because of having 3 children and struggling with my weight. And so my journey is my journey, and I'm just looking to lose some more weight and continue to feel, just my healthiest self. I want to live for a very long time and be here for my kids. That is my ultimate goal.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you go after this, but I got to know, how is Drop It with Drew going? And how has it been, after watching the season back and seeing some of the shade thrown your way?
Listen, I welcome all the shade, because Drop It with Drew is amazing. It is about to be bigger and better than I ever could have imagined. It's been so many people that have come out, and like, I really appreciate, they see what I'm doing. They see what Drop It with Drew is really about. And I have some incredible partnerships that I can't wait to announce. But really, first of all, dropitwithdrew.com is working.
Nice.
So thank y'all for the shade and the ladies knit my business, my new business, because I'm a new entrepreneur. Yes, it started off as me being the ambassador for it, because I was so open about my weight and my health, and I was going through body shaming and my hysterectomy. I was open about it. So I loved the idea of Drop It with Drew, because I'm like, I've already said, I need help with losing weight, and that's why it's called Dropping It With Me. But it's really a community of people that are amazing. We are each other's support system. We are each other's accountability partners. And it's these fun 21-day challenges where we learn what to put in our bodies, what we shouldn't put in our bodies, and really get the body moving. I appreciate it. Tamara Judge, I got to shout her out right now.
Nice.
She was on Watch What Happens Live, and she supported Drop It with Drew and understood it's about getting your body to move. And that's the start of it. And it's a journey. And so it's a lifestyle too. And so I'm just, it's developed in from me being the ambassador into now I am a full partner in the business. So it is my business, and the website is working. And some of the ladies have asked to join. So, things are coming around. People are starting to see what it is, because they had to be reminded as businesswomen, as bosses, like, whose business hasn't suffered in the beginning or had challenges. So yeah, I felt like they gave me a hard time, and I really had to express that to them, especially in reunion. That was something I wanted to clear up, because I feel like as women, we have to support each other. And I felt like it was a huge miss to not support a woman that had children that suffered a diagnosis that could have been fatal. I feel like with that, we should not demonstrate or display that type of behavior, but show sisterhood. And I felt like some of the ladies really missed that moment. And so I'm going to continue to say that, because it's not just about me. I am representative of all women that struggle with their health and their weight and don't like to work out. And that's who I am, hopefully inspiring. So.
Absolutely. Well, I loved hearing everything that you had to say. I'm super excited to see the reunion, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. And also, I have music coming out, so I want to make
Oh,
sure we get you the record.
yeah,
Ralph produced it, and it's my first single. So I would love to come back and hear your thoughts when you hear.
absolutely. What's it called?
You already know.
Okay. And now we do.
Already know, baby.
Well, thank you so much. Can't wait to see the rest of the season.
Awesome. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again.